just me. Fit in a dream world. Travis Wayne Goodsell. So, yeah, breaking news today, 10 a.m., Chuck Norris died. Hollywood movie, Dream World. Dead. So, yeah, I expect that his big fight that got him into the industry with the legend Bruce Lee will gather another 100 billion views today, as I myself joined. And it was a reposting by some other person 9 months ago, and it was already over 8 million views. Yep, Bruce Lee the legend, and made Chuck Norris who he is, or he was. So sad day, but he had lived a good long life, a successful career, contributed to the world. Sad to see him go. So, comment reply videos with a special focus on our special guest star who's likely to make the thumbnail picture, since I went through all the trouble to get her thumbnail picture. Strengthening Church Members Committee, activate! You give them an inch. You give them an inch. So, you need to get caught up. I don't fear Mormons who attack me. I just laugh at you and go, oops, you pulled a beam and moat. And they go, beam and moat, that sounds familiar. What's he talking about? New 2026 Mormon Atonement Doctrine by President Alan Harris hoax. Breakout video. Still going, I guess. But yeah, I noticed we're nearing conference time. I warned the Mormon YouTube employee who apparently revealed a second person helping the church against me. We got Maxie and now Mary yesterday. Dear God, people. You can't just leave me alone, can you? You're working for a company and you're cyber terrorizing selected persons that you personally don't like. Mary, am I that attractive that it's annoying you that I've left the church? Are you living in a dream world? I only read part of it. There's more to the story. Dear God. People at a local store, if they acted like that, they would get fired. And it would go on their record and they'd never get hired ever again. Have to live with mommy and daddy in shame. On the dole of the church. Activate. Oh my hell. So, Jess Ordy 6885. I should be able to see his, yeah. So, yeah, he's a white supremacist Christian nationalist. He's been on here for quite a while. Yeah. 2012. So 2 years before I was freed. And he only does playlists. He doesn't do his own content. And so he's got one on favorites, where Enough is Enough is the first video it shows, and it's got a cross, and it's a night during a blood red sky. And he's got 49 in that playlist. And then he's got another one on guns. Jas or Die. Whatever the hell Jas is. Dear God. The secret codes of white supremacist Christian nationalists. Mormon. As he's got a knight with a cross of Jesus and burning everybody to death. And then guns. 100-round workout. Kill the world. Jas or Die. And so, sure enough, he's going to pull a beam and mote and reveal himself rather than accurately get me. Because he's judging hastily with a false judgment. So, what, W-U-T, the schizophrenia is up with these awkward pseudomemes. Oh, dude, you're so cool and hip with today's texting. And Sunday, Bloodbath Sunday. Not a typo. Trump failed 2025. TF. What the bleep was TF? Is happening here? Dear God. And so I do recognize not a typo, Trump failed 2025. It was on a picture, but I don't believe Sunday, Bloodbath Sunday was in there. But, you know, I do lots of videos, lots of pretty pictures with memes. And so, yeah, he's not wanting to learn. It's not what he understands, and so because he doesn't understand it, it's therefore wrong and of the devil, and he has to attack and expose that he's the one with schizophrenia, even though schizophrenia was made up by the Nazis to lock up the Jews and perform human experimentations on them. Then after the war, the CIA said, hey, we like what you did to the Jews. Why don't you come to Utah and do it to the Mormons? There's this little kid named Oaks whose daddy just died. We can use you for his mommy and him. Give him tardive dyskinesia in his old age. He can run the church. I didn't cause it. I was not even born yet. So yeah, then Russia, likewise, they utilized it and altered it to claim a broader spectrum disorder of sluggish schizophrenia to lock up their political opponents. So yeah, it's so true, because yeah, you can just lock people up and torture them to death. So yeah, it was John F. Kennedy, President of the United States of America, who signed the act into law to do away with the evil of psychology that the CIA had brought over secretly through Operation Paperclip, and do away with all the asylums in the United States. Just destroy them and have everybody who has problems medically to see a medical doctor. And so instead, the CIA had him assassinated. Oh, you thought it was Mafia or Cuba or Russia? Trump leaked it. Trump called it. He would know. He declassified them. CIA did it. Yeah, grassy knoll. Yep, George Poppy Bush there at the corner at that fateful final turn, posing. Yep, It was all a setup. The other guy wasn't even there at the window, let alone to go to shoot him. Frame. Right, Tyler Robinson? You know, the one guy, I did the video, he did the video, it's all over the internet. He said that the people in charge of the evils of the world, the elite, don't care about a black woman, Candace Owens. Nobody listens to her. Even if she is right, nobody's going to care. And so, yeah, she got the video evidence. We all saw the front shot. We all knew it came from that direction. It's not a magic bullet from the Luze building somehow. No. And so Candace still, she didn't catch on to that. She didn't understand trajectory. She never checked the map of the UVU. And so she acquires the video footage from behind Charlie. She watches it and teases us, threatens she's going to show it for us, maybe, someday. Then Erica started a cat fight with her. And so she showed it. In which the first time around she says, there's no blood out the back. Yeah, it's because it wasn't the Luze building, Candace. Check your map. Others caught on to this. Yes, they're showing trajectories from what the prosecution said. And it can't be done. It would have to go through his jaw in order to hit him in the C2 vertebrae. And that's not what they said happened. This shot right here, that direction. And yet, the prosecution's still going through with it. And so yes, what we witnessed with Corey is how Utah prosecutions work. They don't give a damn about the evidence. It's all about hearsay. And the defense can object, Your Honor, that's hearsay. It needs to be removed from the record. And the judge argues with her. This is Utah. This is a Mormon on trial for being an adulteress. Bleep you. Sit down. He's going to get hanged. I'm going to pull the switch personally. And so, yeah, Utah doesn't care about the truth. They don't care about the facts. They don't care about the evidence. It's all about locking people up who are apostates. God. And so, yes, the church teaches feelings over evidence. Spiritual method over the scientific method. No duh. And so there you go, another superhero psycho killer, kiss say, because of the church's teachings. So, on Sign in Heaven, Fall of Great and Abominable Church of Jesus Christ, I just did this one. Who's commenting? Idaho check. Oh. Cool. So, is she going to be mean to me? Oh no, I'm scared. I grew up watching ABBA and was told the story of their name being from their names. Little did I know they were Jewish and that their songs had Jewish ties, and so obviously their band name says Father. Yeah, the first month of the religious calendar New Year too. That's why all this month, for ABBA month, we're playing ABBA. I got the discography listing so I can just go through and check. Today is Dream World, or Dream World. It's my song repeated for the day as well, after playing Venus at the beginning. Saw that video, and you probably didn't. So interesting to learn this. I danced to their music and videos since I was 8 or 9. It's part of our family heritage. Dancing and singing ABBA songs together. So cute. So cute. Alright, so some birthday stuff that we're 3 days late on now. I already did the one of the anonymous Mormon about true men don't remember birth dates. And so, yes, it helps me greatly if I were to get married, and I had 2 failed ones, in case you didn't know me, that they be of an associative memory connection, because Fiskin, abused me as a 5th grader, and so I taught myself to funnel all of it over into the the right brain. And so that's why I make errors when I'm just talking, because I don't get factual information correct anymore. It's not in the left brain. And so, to help me remember women's names and women's birth dates, anniversary dates, kind of helps if it's associated with something I can remember visually from my dream world. So yes, the first failure, March 13th. I can never forget our anniversary. Friday the 13th in March. And so the church mocked me with the second failure as we were in room number 13. Yeah, I saw what the first presidency did there. Play pew. It'll only be a couple more years when I find the receipt of you giving the orders to have me murdered. So don't think you're laughing it up, Chuckles. Nonetheless, October 1st. The little girl I never got to raise, Emma. So, her birthday. So October 1st, it also ties more dominantly because of Elder Hales, who also died that morning. And more, that was also the date of, I was watching it live early that morning. The Las Vegas news. It wasn't fake news. It wasn't some opinion person screaming about what was going on. No, it was the local Las Vegas news covering this. And I'm like, wait a minute. Guys, you're professionals, right? Professional journalists. I've got a lot of questions. So, yes. I can't rely that the story narrative is accurate. That there was a bloodbath in the pit before the altar of the pyramid. There in Las Vegas, Nevada. And so, there's too many problems. The biggest one was the local news covering an interview with one of the guys who were freaking out and panicking that he witnessed his buddy get his hole in his chest just blown out. And of course they would never show any of the footage. It was always a billion miles away. And still, I did not see any miniature little silhouette shadows having heads popping off or collapsing to the ground. All of them are moving. I just... So yes, a big difference from Charlie Kirk's kill shot that we all saw. And so yeah, then that same news channel who covered it said, "Hey, we found your buddy in the hospital. Let's go meet him." Yeah. "Hey, bro, what's up?" And the guy is lying in a hospital bed. His chest is supposedly blown out. And so there would be blood. And yet, all they had was a massive gauze pad the size of his chest, laid over his chest, not taped down. They're not putting pressure on the wounds, if there were any. And no blood. It was pure new white of the gauze pad. I am not buying this. I have problems. And yet they still afterward continued on with it by having funerals. What? I didn't see anybody getting shot, let alone murdered. And then you find out from the news about how the FBI was already a floor below. Having paid for those rooms in advance. Uh-oh. I am just not buying it. So anyway, yeah, that helps for the second anniversary, and it's worthless all now. But yeah, they all feed each other to help me remember stuff. So, Paul has been with me the second longest of any of y'all. As when I did my 2020 and 2021 videos about heads up, for Armageddon event. We're waiting for a trigger event, and for some reason, despite everything I did, the final four of the fall, the transfer of authority, the Exodus, and therefore the building of Zion never happened. But I'm still wondering why, didn't know yet, would be November 2024, when that leak got leaked. It was a test run, a dress rehearsal, and Jesus didn't show for the dress rehearsal. I showed. It wasn't a dress rehearsal for me. I thought we were going live. And so Paul was faithfully watching my videos, and he was watching them with his wife back then, as they were having family home evenings together watching my videos. Everybody's having fun but me. And so he contacts me, and we've got conversations going back and forth with each other, and he offers to come and get me, to take me away from Utah, because that's the prophecies. Bye-bye, Utah. Sucks to be you. You chose not to listen to me, chose not to run the scripture test. Paul did. He knows. And so, despite his offer, I wanted to stay to try to save as many Mormons as I can. Because if I just take off, there's nobody to come to Zion anyway. The church has to fall. The church has to transfer authority to me. Otherwise, there is no Exodus, there will be no Zion. There will be utter destruction. Joseph Smith warned you, so did the Book of Mormon. You're not listening to even them. Paul was. And so all this time goes by, and we continue to live our lives, and other issues come up, and other problems in both of our lives, as with the one who's been with me from the very beginning. All because Jesus never showed for the test run, the dress rehearsal. Jesus never showed. And so, moving into this place, Paul asked if he could do a website for me, since my website got shut down by the church in 2019. So sure. So he's been running my website and connecting it to my YouTube videos. And so we have another comment from that result as well. And so Paul said happy birthday to me. Hey Travis, happy birthday. We should be making videos for you today, not you making videos for us. Sure, and then YouTube would be grateful that I'm not doing any videos and tank my views. Let's see, he talks business. Thank you for the accurate church history and doctrinal videos. Sorry for all you suffered. Suffering prolonged because Mormons won't study or search for truth. And Oaks ran a test run. It failed in 2024, 25. Here we go into 2026. We got 2 weeks left. Hurry up, Trump. Hurry up. Indoctrination is so thorough that it appears that no amount of logic or source documents are enough to open members' eyes. Or, as the Danites put it, to Mormons who did study their Book of Mormon, and here they are telling Mormons not to study their Book of Mormon. And I cringe. This is just awfully evil. This is the Strengthening Church Members Committee putting rights physically that which they deem is not right to cleanse the church. There's your white supremacist Christian nationalist terminology of very great evils which have hitherto existed among us. They cooed Joseph's church. Joseph got framed and blamed and locked up in Liberty Jail. Brigham Young took over the church. It was a coup. Insomuch as Mormons who are faithful to Joseph Smith, loyal to the Book of Mormon, studying the Book of Mormon, reading the Book of Mormon, reading the words of Joseph Smith from the 1835 Doctrine and Covenants, cannot be put to rights by teachings and persuasions. And so these Danites physically threatened them with murder, with theft, with rape, with lies. And they confess. And Nelson had it put in the Joseph Smith papers. I already knew this information, but thank you for the source document from their own mouth. They then also confirm what I already knew, that Section 115, Section 116, Section 117, Section 118, Section 119, Section 124, Section 128, and Section 132 are all forged documents. That they altered documents. So the first vision, that's not the name of the church. Oh, Moroni, huh? Nope, wrong name. Willard Richards made the change. Mormons confess they are evil and of the devil. The god Dan, huh? Amos chapter 8, verse 14. So yeah, Paul knows, he listens as often as he can. They appear to love the false promises and lies they've been told more than the truth. Yeah. And so, yes, the thumbnail picture lady, Strengthening Church Members Committee, activate. This is the consequences, church. Church knows this. Sister Jasmine doesn't. She doesn't see what's coming for her. She thinks she's going to change the church now. And she's popular. Yep. The higher you go, the bigger the fall. Right, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints? Most people tend to want comfort, and they'll usually follow whoever is in charge to get that comfort. Yep, that's a teaching he applied from the Book of Mormon to find out that it's true. Mormons, or people, will give of their substance to a false prophet because he tells them everything is well and all things are good and you're good and we're all good and it's all great to be good. But when a true prophet comes along and says, hey, there's a warning for your life, you're going to die if you don't repent, consequences, please, I don't want you to die, I'm trying to save your life, and then they all chant, murder him, he's a witch, he's of the devil, we will not listen, you're just doing it for priestcraft, I'm not asking you for money, that guy is, you're giving it to him. People turn dumb and they start pulling beam and motes like Jas or die, superhero, the Order of Nehor. Looks like most people are going to have to see the fruits of following false prophets, and you are right now. I mean, we've seen the fruit of the fake psychology for the last couple of years. They're all getting locked up in prison. The centers are getting shut down, all because of their corruption. And so they're still refusing to see the fruits of the evils of psychology. As the St. George teens locked up in a psychological center down there, were simply trying to break free and get away from their abusers. And instead, the police get called in to round them up and lock them back up again to be drugged. And so, yeah, they stand their ground against our corrupt government, protecting the abusers. And now Monica isn't working the rest of this week. What the bleeping hell? You didn't fire her, did you? She was your staple. If you don't bring her back, I'm gone. She shows up on Monday, and that's when you guys would have heard my weekend videos about her reporting it. And then she's gone the rest of the week? Bleep you! Bring Monica back! She's the only reason why I'm watching your channel. Bring her back or I'm gone. Bring her back Monday, if she's still got today off. Because she already had her vacation time the other week. The other month, I guess, February. So what the hell? And the new guy, what the hell? He's just not even shaving yet. He's not experienced. Come on. Upon my house shall it begin. He knows that quote. He knows that quote. That's a prophecy, Mormons. That's a Joseph Smith prophecy. Section 112, verse 25. So in the context, we can go to 23. Verily, verily, I say unto you, darkness covereth the earth, and gross darkness the minds of the people. And all flesh have become corrupt before my face. Behold, vengeance cometh speedily upon the inhabitants of the earth, a day of wrath, a day of burning, a day of desolation, of weeping, mourning, of lamentation, and as a whirlwind it shall come upon all the face of the earth, saith the Lord. Armageddon, the day that shall burn as an oven, and the Danites who come shall burn the world. And they just had to change because Mexico seceded the very next year. And so now they're paying to fund terrorism. 2 weeks left before again failure. Then we gotta go into the midterms. It's already 10-year mission than 3. And so that's the context for Joseph then saying, and upon my house shall it begin. Ta-da, the Danites. Section 112, Mormons. And upon my house shall it go forth, saith the Lord. First among those among you, saith the Lord, who have professed to know my name, and have not known me, and have blasphemed against me in the midst of my house, saith the Lord. Whose will do you follow, Sister Freeman? You don't follow who you claim to follow. You follow who you follow. Your actions are based upon words. You can't have an inverted pentagram of Lucifer on the keystone of the doors of my house and claim it's Jesus. Well, it's supposed to be Emmanuel. And everybody's supposed to say, oh, okay, Jesus. When it's obviously Lucifer. And thus, Lucifer's doctrines are taught within, not Jesus's. So you get these prophets who can't even quote Scripture correctly. And Mormons believe them. Don't understand that they just altered Scripture. They added to and took away from the book. Did that sound familiar? Christians know what I'm talking about, even though they don't understand it, because they did it too. And so this is what is called by the Jews, for what the Greeks did to the Jerusalem temple, the abomination of desolation. Joseph Smith knows it's coming. Section 112 is July 23rd, 1837. And so it was not put in the 1835 Doctrine and Covenants. And Joseph Smith is talking to Thomas B. Marsh at Kirtland, Ohio. Now we have to go to bitter branches being burned to make room for younger, tender shoots. We'll see how things play out. Yeah, I don't want to see. I want to get to Zion. and they can burn afterward. There's the one part in there where the tune is such that it works with "Does your mother know?" I caught that. And so if you know how the hymns work, and there was a point in time where they had teaching hymns at the BYUs, and even the church came out with a manual on the hymns and teaching members how to be conductors. I know how to be a conductor. And so it was taught that you can take certain tunes and use it for other compositions. So you can mix and match and shake it up in church. That failed. So Brigham Young did put it out in 1844 in his Doctrine and Covenants. So that one was a legitimate one to mask his forgeries that he put in there. Section 119, 124, and 128. And then the, "Oh my God, you confessed to murdering Joseph and Hiram?" 135. "Willard Richards and John Taylor were the only two people in the room when Joseph and Hiram were shot. In the room. All by themselves. Nobody else." And so the anonymous Mormon loves to reference Revelation chapter 3 instead of "Upon my house shall it begin, first among those of you who profess to know me and don't know me." I don't memorize, so whatever it was. So verse 9, after talking about the key of David, "I've got that key. Why don't you have it, Oaks?" Verse 9, "Behold, I will make of them a synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie." The Mormon temple of Lucifer, literally, with his doctrine and his sign on the keystones. As Mormons claim they are Mormon of Joseph Smith, and they are not, and they lie. You can't just say you have to do what you believe. Let's see, Church of Moses, man. Yeah. 3 Nephi chapter 27. Mormons love to say, "See, it's the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And howbeit my church, save it be in my name." What is the name that I say I gave? Let me also reword that in a different translation. What is the name of the Christ that Jesus, in the book of Jesus, of the papyrus scroll of Jesus from the Dead Sea Scrolls community, Qumran community, say is the name of the Christ? Emmanuel. "For if the church be called in Moses' name, then it be Moses' church." Well, yeah, that's what he's restoring. David Moses. But he was also titled Emmanuel, son Ammon. And his father was the one who died as Father Ammon. And then the father becomes the son becomes the father. Superman. And if it be called in the name of a man, then it be the church of a man. But if it be called in my name, then it is my church, even if it so be that they are built upon my gospel. Lots of people love to claim a name and a title. Right, Oaks? But if the gospel is something other than what you're saying the title is, you're lying. You're deceiving. So Sister Freeman fell into that trap. Now, she's a woman in the church. The leaders hate women. You got punked. We're getting to it. Next. Does your mother know? Yep, ABBA is legend, just like Bruce Lee. Okay, so Idaho chick. Good morning. Happy birthday to you. Sending sunshine, hugs, and laughter for your day. When you're laughing at me? Don't work too hard. Make sure you get out and enjoy the day and do something fun for yourself as well. Yeah, I started a tradition here in this apartment of going to Carl's Jr. on my birthday. And as a trained athlete from my youth, I know the difference between running muscles, walking muscles, hiking muscles, swimming muscles. Different muscles get utilized with different activities. And so even though I go out running in the mornings as often as occasion will permit, it's a lot different walking. Oh my God. So the mutilation that the church did to me is just unforgivable. Let's see. Cheers, my friend. Happy St. Pat's Day and a wonderful birthday. Why can't all Mormons be like Idaho chick and Paul and Anonymous Mormon? Why do Mormons have to be so mean? Oh, right. Lucifer, their God, who they lie and deny about, but who follow faithfully. So this was a guy who came to the website. I recognize his same question on a YouTube video. Get the hell off my channel. Watch my videos. Learn. And so yes, he's not wanting to learn. He's trying to catch me in a lie, thinking he's going to outsmart me. So I'm not going to give you his name, even though he came to my YouTube channel. But nonetheless, if he's seen this video, he knows who he is. Hello, Travis. It appears from your videos that you don't be for Eve in an actual God. Is that true? See the trap that he's setting? And he thinks I don't know about my Book of Mormon, huh? He's playing the villains from the Book of Mormon who think they're going to catch the prophets in a lie. That I won't know about this because I don't know my Book of Mormon. Why are people so dumb? Why are people so evil and think that I'm dumb? Do you just believe in a man like Moses, but not real God? Please get back to me, thanks. Bleep you. This on my birthday of all days. You bastard. Are you one of the Strengthening Church Members Committee guys who are cyber terrorizing me? Bleep you. So this morning's video, I covered it. Jesus is a fraud of Constantine. You know, a man. He is not real. The very word Constantine had to create because none of the other Congregationalists that were forced to be there if they wanted to get Rome's funding could agree on the nature and character. So Constantine, getting all hot and bothered during the summertime without air conditioning in those days, being pissed with them, said, "Amusion, there's your God. I'm going home." And the Pope was 4 months late. I wasn't. And so yes, the Pope confessed. The Pope, whom Catholics think is the Vicar of Christ. He confessed, we're a fraud. Constantine formulated it. That was the word he used. He made it all up. And sure enough, just like Daniel chapter 2's dream of Nebuchadnezzar, we're the iron mingled with clay feet. And we shattered. And he still thinks that the Catholics can be true. We need to get the band back together. Well, when hell freezes over, only the Eagles can pull that off. As over these latter days, I have seen more breaking offs of the Christian shoot-offs. The Methodists, the Baptists, and others have all been fracturing further and further, creating more and more organized religions. And people who have a wrong belief don't get it. You're supposed to run the test on the word. This guy never did. And so he is full on sure that there's a God, therefore I'm an antichrist. He doesn't get it. He thinks that the man like Moses is not the Jewish Christ of Scripture, because he believes in the lie of Constantine. It's the scriptures of the Jews. They're not Christian. Therefore, it's the Jewish Christ, not Christian Jesus. There is no Christian Jesus. And so Islam, oops, believed Constantine's lie. And so they too, by putting in Jesus in the Quran, oops, you're a fraud, Muhammad. Raping little girls, doing the order of Nehor. Join us or die. You're nothing but terrorists. And I'm deeply troubled. Do Islamic women know? Are they allowed to be taught why the hijab and what it means to have them wear it? As yesterday, I saw little girls in a stroller pushed by their mommies, wearing the hijab. Girls are born into slavery and servitude. Sex slavery. Do they know? Because Iran seems to think they know. That's why they protested. And it escalated. 30,000 slaughtered, begging for Trump to come in and help them. The one major activist from Iran was doing the United States tour. During the Biden administration, she was on all of the Antifa press. They were interviewing her, letting her say how evil Iran is, how abusive and sexually degrading to women they are. And Antifa press was eating this up. Yeah, come on, Biden, let's do something. Let's save them, help them. And he didn't do anything. And so Trump comes in. And he does something. And now the Antifa press is complaining that Trump went in and did something. Got rid of their abusive leader. For which the activist is thankful to Trump. But Antifa won't interview her now, so she has to go on Fox. What the bleeping hell is going on with people? I mean, dear God. So. Okay, Jasmine. Here I come, walking down the street. So, I've noticed a big change on my channel viewing. Today, it started to tank again. Nevertheless, the video I just did earlier helped to boost it greatly. Bastards. I see what they're doing. I see the games they're playing with my subscribers, my ghost subscribers. It's an extortion threat. They try to get me to post more videos to get more views, for which typically I would get more subscribers as a projection, not real. Because if I get a real subscriber, a notification would pop up, so-and-so subscribed to you. I don't see those. So instead, I see the pattern that they play with me. That they'll get me close to making a change on the number. And then they'll hold it there. Sometimes days, weeks, just hold it there. Not get that one extra subscriber to change it up. And then all of a sudden, boom, they'll give it to me. And then it may last for a day or so, and then boom, drops back down again. Nobody's subscribing. And so then it'll stay down there again for a long while, and then eventually will work its way back up again. And sometimes it'll even fall further down like it did here. They got me up to I don't know what my subscriber numbers are, but to 21, 1621 or whatever it is. And then this past week, boom, dropped it. And didn't just drop it, they dropped it to 1616. all the way that far down when my views were going up. And so they're not sticking to their pattern that would be typical of this. They're purposely manipulating the algorithms against me to force me to their will. And I will never do that. I'm doing this channel according to the way I want it done to warn you about this kind of danger that you're all in. And so thus my video this morning, transfer authority now, Oaks. LDS Mormon Church presidents should not have learning disabilities. Hashtag let Mormons go now, Oaks. And so, bleep you, YouTube. Bleep you. So Jasmine doesn't have this problem. Yesterday, because I made this picture just before this video, streamed one day ago, Jasmine Rapalai. I don't know if that's the pronunciation, but that's the spelling. She did a video, how women's Sunday school presidents will change the church. They won't do anything to change the church, Jasmine. She has never been in a position of leadership in the church to know that they don't have any authority in the ward level in Sunday school. Are we ready? And a lone man on the straight and narrow path, and all these other women are on the forbidden broad paths that don't lead to the church. Only the man is on the straight and narrow. Do you not pay attention to your scriptures when you make these pictures? I gotta put that in the only men are on the straight path. Oh, that is funny. Well, first of all, Jasmine, you have to assume that the bishop is going to make this change. It's the bishop's call for Sunday school presidents and presidencies based on the recommendations of the president after he's put in. He has to recommend the people, and the bishop has to approve them. This is not a stake position, even though there is a stake position as well. And so all the presidency is making sure that the ward covers the lessons when they do, and have teachers assigned to teach the lessons. So they have to recommend teachers to the bishop, and the bishop has to approve the teachers. But the teachers aren't teachers. We just call them teachers because that's the tradition. They read the manuals only. They're not allowed to teach. They have to read the manual. We need to check the power grid at 12:55. 12:55, guys. Pay attention. That almost was catastrophic. And so the presidency are typically the ones in Sunday school, every other week now because of Nelson, who have to assign prayers. That's it. They don't have any real assignment to do anymore, because the church has already cookie cuttered it for the whole thing. They only need people to give prayers. They need to make sure the teachers read only the manual. And that's it. Make recommendations for the callings that the bishop has to approve nonetheless. And the bishop has to put in the stake presidents, or the ward presidents. And so no, Jasmine, there is no indication that the ward bishops are going to make this change. There will be those who will, obviously. But the strengthening church members is paying attention to this. This is a trap. And so they're not going to change the church. They're not allowed to. The church has already made it so that the women can't alter the church by being put into the Sunday school. That's why Oakes is confident he can de-priesthoodize it. If you didn't watch my video that didn't get your 14K views, you're not going to make change. When are you going to get it? The strengthening church members or committee are waiting for you, Jasmine, to say that the church needs to change. This is what got Kate Kelly excommunicated. She wanted the church to stop abusing women. And here you go. How women Sunday school presidents will change the church. You don't change the church, they change you. Physically. You never get it. Never get it, Jasmine. So, let's find out about that power surge and we're done. Cat. What's up with the cat? Great movie. All of Bruce Lee's movies must be in everybody's collection. Yeah. Bringing Eastern culture to American Hollywood. There is a difference in movies depending on the cultural background of the script writer, director, producers. Alrighty. Utah. Come on. So, yeah, the few got started. It's starting. There's, well, if that's 87, 87 fits in that size, but that's, so yeah, there's also 51 to 100 down in the St. George area, and then there's 1 to 50 in smack dab in the middle, and then 1 by Moab, but 87 so far, and it's likely that that number will go up. Let's refresh the page. No, still at 87. But yeah, that's what you just witnessed, was that power outage that affected only 87 at the moment. So looks like that was it. No big deal. So yeah, this awesome building to be able to counteract power surges. I've never been in a building like that. So thank you. This is awesome. Change the church. What the hell, Jasmine? Didn't you learn from Little Nemo?